because of your great work, we are doing fine. We are doing fine. And that is true for managing the water that we get, for cleaning it, for repurposing it, for not disposing of it in a way that is injurious to our environment. There is so much that you do as our water warriors. There are 3,000 professionals working in our water and sewer department. That is incredible. I'm so very, very proud of this department and so delighted for your great work. And you are serving nearly 3 million residents. And if you're not serving them, they wish you were. Believe me, I hear about it all the time, right? It's like, come on, guys, just get over it. Just let us be your water providers. And of course, the millions of visitors and the businesses as well that rely on water services every day. You know, just a moment of personal reflection. My sister-in-law lives in Asheville. And, you know, in Asheville and in so many parts that were affected by Hurricane Helene, they don't have access to water. So they definitely, sadly, got a lesson about water is life and how critical it is. And while in some parts the water is turning back on after a few weeks, it's not potable. So their entire life is crashing around them because of the problems with access to water. So I think, you know, we're insulated from that. We were spared a bullet with this storm, but let's just remember every day that the infrastructure that we create and run, the fortune that we have to get an ample supply of rain, these are not things that we can ever take for granted. And so that's why I'm so very proud that under my administration, we have launched a nearly $9 billion multi-year capital improvement program for system-wide improvements to our water and sewer system. That's unprecedented, folks. It is the largest water infrastructure project in the history of Florida. An interesting $9 billion, that's also what we're investing in our airport, just saying. So a lot of capital investment going on. So vital, so vital. And last year is the third consecutive record-breaking year for the department's CIP infrastructure investments. That would be under Roy Coley's stewardship. Right? And in just 12 months, we surpassed more than $600 million in project execution. So I guess if you guys are working hard, okay, we can tally it up in the money that is being spent. And thank you, thank you. So let's give a big round of applause to everybody who's making this work, who's investing what we need to invest. We've got to take care of business, folks, and you are doing it. So upgrading our infrastructure allows WASB to mitigate the effects of climate change, which are very real, while also providing uninterrupted water and sewer services. So no one in our community needs to imagine a day without water. So they can't because they haven't been forced to, but we still want to make sure that they appreciate it. So this is our most precious resource, water. It is life. And every single one of us can help save water by making small public events. And I want to also give a shout out to our Parks, Recreation, Open Spaces department, which is similarly doing it, right? Not every department got that memo, but we're working on it. So before we take our pledges, everybody's got their pledge card, their water drop ready? Who's got these pledge cards if you haven't completed one yet? Where do you get them? Okay, raise your hand, we'll circulate with a drop. We need a lot of pledges here today. All right, I see some. And before we do that, we have some really important speakers. And I want to welcome now our chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, Oliver Gilbert.
I'm going to make the grass a little less because it's really not working anyway. And yeah, I think that's Raquel. She told me what she's going to do. She's giving up. She's only going to brush her teeth 3 times a week. So no, she didn't really say that. I wrote it down on her card. So but I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all being here because these efforts are important. Raising awareness, just paying attention is important.
Chair's gonna stop bathing. Just putting it out there. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This department does such amazing work. And first, we have to celebrate, this campaign. I think it's wonderful. Like the chair was saying, and Madam Mayor, water is something that people take for granted. Infrastructure is something that people take for granted. Whenever we talk about how government money should be spent, people usually don't think about infrastructure because they don't see it. They only see it when it breaks, when it's not working. So to get them to understand that we are future-proofing Miami-Dade County is a difficult and expensive concept. And that's what these campaigns are about, getting people to be mindful about how infrastructure impacts your daily life and how the people that work on that infrastructure impact your daily life. I've been doing this for a while, and I remember back in 2014 when the county wanted to privatize water and sewer. And those conversations started way before then. And I was against it then, and many of you lived through those difficult times where this department was underfunded, it was demonized, and people were told all over Miami-Dade County that other municipalities and other people could do it better. We've come a long way. Now to have a board and an administration and a mayor that supports water and sewer, that grows water and sewer, that is providing the necessary funding for the capital plan. Because what's the point of a capital plan if you're not funding it? And that happened for many years in Miami-Dade County. We just didn't have the people to do the work, and we didn't have the support. So I'm proud to be a member of a commission that unanimously supports water and sewer, that unanimously supports infrastructure and investment, not just in, the nice part, which is the water part that everybody likes to talk about, but my favorite part, which is the shit part that I love to talk about. Hey! There is another side to this, right? And we have to talk about it, and we have to educate people. I was out at the sludge farm right before Milton came, and I'm going to take sludge to all the county commissioners so they can feel it. Yes, it's like 1,000 baby butts in a bottle. But this is part of the work that we do and this one water system, and we're going to make shit sexy together because it's part of the whole thing. Yay! So I want to thank you all for your support. My actual contribution is we're doing a pilot program with Moen, and these are smart water meters. Obviously, you are going to be installing smart water meters, but it's going to be taking a long time. I challenge you, Oliver Gilbert, to get a Moen smart water meter. I will send you all the information. You can get it installed. Yay! And you can actually see how much water your stepdaughter is using. Bella and I are now proving that Sebastian uses twice as much water as we do, and we are challenging him to do better every day. So there are wonderful things that we can do with technology, and you are all a part of that. So thank you, Roy. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you to the chair and to the mayor. Everyone has been so supportive, but thank you mainly to you, the employees of Water and Sewer. We couldn't do this work without you. I know that for many years it was a thankless task, but know that you are appreciated by us, and we love the work that we do, and you make this all possible. So thank you.
Imagine a day without water is an opportunity for us to stop and recognize the importance water has on all of our lives. But let's talk about public health. You couldn't have it without clean drinking water. You couldn't have it without proper wastewater services. Without the clean drinking water, you couldn't advance business and the economy. And that's what this day is all about, is recognizing the value of water and how important it really is to us. And I did want to touch on a couple of points the mayor brought up. They've said about all there is to say, but I can tell you what the mayor didn't say. In her administration, she's been mayor now for 4 years. We have just closed out the books on 4 years of work in this department under her leadership, and we have completed more than $2.2 billion in capital improvements for water. thank you for your leadership. Chairman Gilbert, Commissioner Regalado, thank you for your support in getting all these things through. Commissioner Regalado chairs our infrastructure committee. Everything we do has to get through her supervision. Then we have to go to the Board of County Commissions. We have our chairman here. It takes the whole team. You've done an amazing job. You've invested in our infrastructure to make sure future generations can have dependable water services. And now what we must do to make sure we pay it forward is we need to conserve. We need to make sure that through conservation, we have enough water for the future populations and generation. Right here in Miami-Dade County, we use a lot of water per person. We use more than 130 gallons per day per person in this county. We know this. Other parts of this country use far less, as less as 75 gallons a day per person. Some communities are trying to get 60 gallons a day per person. So make your pledge, live up to your pledge, reduce your water consumption, and then what that will do is give us the ability, without touching more of our resource, to serve future generations. Now me, I live in a condo building, so I can't do what the chairman's doing with his yard and his grass, but what I'm going to do for my water pledge, I'm going to go to my condo association and I'm going to challenge them to let's do a water audit of our association. Where are we wasting water? Is it the pools? Is it the landscape? Can we determine what sections of our building are wasting water? And there are so many condo buildings in this county. If we can find a path of success there, maybe we can roll that out and share it with other condo associations and see if we can find a way to save enough water that future generations never have to worry about their water supply. Mayor, I can't thank you enough for your leadership. Chairman Gilbert, Commissioner Regalado, we couldn't do this without you. This whole team behind you, it is a machine to do $2 billion worth of improvements. We did $622 million this last year. That's design, that's procurement, that's construction, that's reviewing the bills and writing checks for $622 million. That is a tremendous amount of work. That's to the testament of the folks that are standing here. That's who's getting it done. I applaud you, I thank you, and I ask you to take your pledge. Same thing. We've taken the guidance from her to improve our customer experience. Some of you people in customer service around here know just exactly what I'm about to share. We implemented metrics tracking of our customer service telephone calls, our customer service requests. How long does it take to get service? How many minutes do people have to wait for service? How many minutes does it take to resolve? And in doing that, this has been an ongoing effort for a couple of years, and the recipe has really come together. We had a goal that more than 70% of the people that contacted our office for service would get to talk to a human being and resolve that within 2 minutes. We have now exceeded that goal. This past month, we were at about 80%. Our customer service data records show you are doing a great job, and the mayor has asked me to brief her staff on how you've done that because she wants to look at how maybe other departments can emulate water and sewer. So for that, I honor you and I thank you.
Bueno, hoy estamos aquí celebrando el aniversario de una campaña que tiene el condado Miami-Dade con el Departamento de Agua y Alcantarillado, donde celebramos un día sin agua. Esto se ha estado haciendo por una década para que las personas consideren cómo fuera vivir sin agua. Lamentablemente, cuando hablamos de la infraestructura, muchas personas lo toman como algo que está hecho, ¿no? Y lo que hacemos hoy es tratar de educarlos sobre lo importante que es nuestro sistema de agua. Nuestro sistema es a nivel de todo el condado y hoy estamos celebrando las inversiones en infraestructura que hemos hecho en los últimos 4 años, desde terminando el uso de los septic tanks de concreto hasta la inversión que hemos hecho para traer más agua y nueva infraestructura a diferentes partes del condado. Hoy estamos haciendo una promesa para reducir el agua y esa es la próxima cosa que vamos a estar enfocándolo. Yo tengo un programa piloto en mi distrito donde estamos usando un Artificial Intelligence para ayudar a las personas a saber cómo usan el agua y prevenir que tengan liqueos de agua. La mayoría de los problemas que las personas tienen con el agua y el seguro no tiene que ver con los huracanes, tiene que ver con los liqueos y la infraestructura. Entonces estamos trabajando en eso, pero es una oportunidad para hablar sobre infraestructura, lo importante que es desde el punto de vista del medio ambiente, tener infraestructura que pueda lidiar con los cambios en el medio ambiente, y estamos haciendo todo lo posible para invertir en eso y asegurar que nuestro sistema de agua va a funcionar correctamente, pase lo que pase, no solamente para nuestra generación, pero en los próximos 80 años. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Hi, I'm Commissioner Raquel Regalado, and we're here celebrating the 10th anniversary of Water is Life. This is a PR program that Water and Sewer has been hosting with the county for over 10 years, where we ask people to imagine a day without water. Unfortunately, water and infrastructure is something that we take for granted every year. It doesn't just happen. So today we ask you to think about what it would be like if you didn't have access to water. And unfortunately, that's happening in a lot of places because of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. There are people right now in the United States that do not have access to clean, portable water. So it's important for us to talk about the investment that we're making in order to future-proof our water system, the importance not only of clean water, but also of disposing of our water properly, everything from eliminating septic tanks to the different projects that we have for water reuse. We've made it a priority over the last 4 years. In my district, we actually have a smart meter program. You can follow us on Instagram and learn more about it. It helps you to reduce water, and we're working on making changes to our water system so that we can future-proof it and have clean, healthy water, not just for us and for our children, but for generations to come.
Bonjour tout le monde, nom c'est Roland Michel, that's Roland Michel. I'm an accountant with water and sewer. I work specifically in compliance management, and today we're here to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Imagine a Day Without Water. So the initiative is that water is life. Water is a very important part of living. Without water, there is no life. And water and sewer purifies the water. As a matter of fact, we have a truck out here where we're drinking the water to show the public how safe the water is. We have some of the safest water in the country, actually. So the mayor, our director, were here previously discussing this. But it's a great day to be out, beautiful weather, and was happy to have everybody. The presentation, we also did a pledge on how to conserve water. Where my pledge was, I decided when I take a shower, in between the phases, I would turn the water off. Oftentimes we shower and we have the water running for 30 minutes enjoying ourselves. However, if you turn the water off in between the phases, that is definitely a way of conserving water. Not watering our lawn all the time is also a way of conserving water. Not washing our car all of the time. If we alternate from prime weeks or off weeks, running the water when you're washing the dishes, there's so many ways we can conserve the water.